Hi, just want to get this party on the road here. Want to mention 4 things for all managers out there in Florida, board members, anybody who lives in a condominium that's either 3 stories or 7 stories higher, depending on which one of these 4 things apply. Well, they all apply, some don't. But anyway, these have deadlines. There's dates attached to these requirements in Florida, and you should know. If your management company hasn't told you as a manager, if your regional hasn't reached out, or VP, or inter-office memo, something, this is the time to get some proposals signed, get multiple bids on these issues, and get them out of the way in 2023, or at least have the paperwork so your insurance agencies that you've done your due diligence, and maybe the fire inspector or the building zoning. So, four items. Number 1, the B.D.A, that's bidirectional amplifiers. That has to do with police and fire radio signal. E.L.S.S, that's the emergency life safety system or engineered life safety system. That is the option for retrofitting a building with sprinklers. The next thing is the S.I.R.S, which is a structural integrity reserve study. And the last one is the Milestone inspection. So I'm trying to keep this short. Number 1, the B.D.A. This applies to buildings that are 75 feet or higher, so basically 7 stories or more. It applies to you. This has to do with the 2-way radio communications enhancement. That means that police and fire, when in your building, need a strong enough signal when they're doing their operations, their job. So you need a company to come in and measure the signal strength on every floor and get a report. That goes to the fire department. Make sure you send it, and the fire department will let you know whether or not you need amplifiers or other equipment. You must be compliant by January 1st, 2025 for this, okay? 75 feet or higher, compliant by January 1st, 2025. Second item, engineered life safety system, okay? This has to do with the safety of your building, your residents during a fire. So a few years ago it was mandated that condos retrofit their building with sprinklers. So a lot of water comes out when there's a fire and it's supposed to be safer. Some buildings opted not to do that. So 2 things, this applies to buildings that are 75 feet or higher, so 7 stories or more. And the deadline is January 1st, 2024. What does that mean to you? You got about 11 months to get a plan from an engineer that deals with life safety, signed, done, paid, and agreed to by the fire department. Now, you can reach out to your attorney or the fire department or whoever you want. Look it up online, E.L.S.S. Find out what's important for you to know and get it done. Third item, structural integrity reserve study. I'm sure you've heard about this for the last 12 months nonstop, but this applies to all buildings 3 stories or more. Basically, you must have this reserve study done by 12/31/24. It's December 31st, 2024. Problem is right now that engineers and architects performing these studies are about 12 to 18 months out. Means you got to get your proposals now, okay, now. And they're for all buildings existing, I think we believe since July 1st, 2022, where the owners have taken control of the association. So all buildings 3 stories or more, you must have this study done by the end of 2024. But the challenge is the wait time or the lead time to get this done. So you got about 6 months to be safe to get it signed and agreed to and get on the waiting list. As a board member, if you don't do this, it is a breach of your fiduciary duty. That's written right into the requirement to the law. So get that done, get it on the books, get several bids, whatever it takes. Managers, make sure you let your boards know about this requirement numerous times so you cover yourself. The last item is milestone inspections, phase 1. There's 2 phases. Phase 2 is a bad one if those are the repairs in case phase 1 has negative results. So Phase 1 must be done by the end of 2024. Okay, so 12/31/2024. Make sure you read up on your own all these requirements in the law, so that you're not counting on my word, but you do your own due diligence. This applies to buildings 3 stories or more. So just like the S.I.R.S, 3 stories or more, comply by the end of 2024. Same problem with the delays and the lead time to get this done. So get your proposals, get them signed, have proof that you've done your due diligence and you're just waiting to have it done. Because you may run into a problem and it may not be done by that time, but just have proof that you did your part. If this is for buildings that are 30 years or older, unless they're within 3 miles of a coastline and it's 25 years or older. So basically, look, personally, I'd look into this no matter how old, because I've managed several properties that have been 10 to 15 years of age with structural problems, serious structural problems. So I would say if your building's 20 years old, look into a milestone inspection just to be safe, and be an extra diligent manager or board. So get that done. If you need details on the milestone inspections, please read up on Senate Bill 4D, that's 4 Delta, building safety. It'll have all the details there for the requirements. Again, make sure you do your part, get bids, get them signed, get it done. If you need anything from me, if you have any questions, look me up, homeownerassociationconsulting.com. You can email me there. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, go below and click like, thumbs up, share it. That always helps me. I do this for myself. I'll get this information out to everybody. And if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn and you're watching this, share it. I appreciate it. Thanks.